a terrifying addition to your collection. What's up, everybody? This is Devious RV's Red Right Hand Reviews, and today we're going to be taking a look at, I'm super excited, the Neca Terrifier Art the Clown Ultimate Action Figure. Now, before we crack this thing open, we have obviously the front of the package, which has Art the Clown on it. The side, which has a little bit more Art the Clown, Damien Leone's Terrifier. On the back, it has some of the expressions that you can put on him and stuff. This guy comes loaded with accessories, which is good because lately some of the Neca stuff that's been coming out, the Ultimate stuff, has been kind of lacking in accessories. But this one seems to have a lot of stuff, and it's not short of any. So obviously the bottom, all the artists that, if you want to pause that right there, it's all of the artists that contributed to this figure. Now we should take a look at it now. Now, before I open it, I know I keep saying I'm gonna open it, but before I open, I just want to talk a little bit about it. That I am super excited that Neca is finally gonna do figures of Terrifier. And there's other companies that do Terrifier things, like Mezco did their 112 Terrifier, Art the Clown, and Trick or Treat Studios I think is doing like the 5 points articulation figures. I think that's what it is in their line. But to have an actual articulated 7-inch figure loaded with accessories that can fit with all the other Neca stuff that's come out is awesome. I was really looking forward to this when it was unveiled. I think it was, well, I don't know if it was was it New York Comic Con last year or maybe San Diego Comic Con last year? I don't remember exactly, but I know when they showed this, it was a big deal. There's like other versions of it coming out. This is the first one. I'm sure they're gonna go really deep on this. This is like a very, like this franchise is if you're not into gore, or if you're squeamish, or if you're, you know, stuff like that, this is not the franchise for you, because this takes gore. And then, you know, when I used to watch movies when I was little and I would watch gore, I'd be like, oh, but this thing just takes it to a whole nother level. This, if you haven't watched Terrifier, you know, viewer beware. But if you like gore and you like all that stuff, then you'll love these movies. I like gore. I grew up watching those kind of movies. I'm into the slasher thing, but this thing kicks it up a notch, and it's just, you know, it can be pretty nasty at times, the stuff that he does, the way he kills people. But, you know, it's all, once you see it's all fake and, you know, realize it's all just, you know, special effects and, you know, props. And if you kind of look beyond that, then, you know, but some of the stuff looks pretty gnarly. As you can see, he comes loaded with a bunch of stuff. You obviously have the evil smiling face, the kind of serious face, the kind of like I don't know, another evil looking face, and then like the laughing face when he's always after he's usually done killing people, he's you know, doing stuff to them, he's laughing and stuff as he's doing it. So I'm not exactly sure what this weapon is called. It probably says it in the back. Doesn't say it, but I don't know. I know there's a name for it. I just don't know right now. It comes with a bunch of, like I said, this isn't short. Literally everything he has on here, he uses in the movies at one point or another. I'm glad that they didn't skip out. There's actually I think there's a trash bag at the bottom of this, which is good because it's where he has all of his murder weapons when he walks around carrying all of his stuff. So he has like a power drill, and then he has a hacksaw, which is from a very popular scene in the first movie. And let's just say it's it's pretty gnarly. It's like every one of these movies, there's 3 of them, has like their signature kill, I guess, if you want to call it like that, where like each one tries to top each movie's last kill. And like the one in the first one, you got to watch them all, but one of the first one is it involves a hacksaw and a woman being strung upside down. So yeah. Now, when I think of a Neca Ultimate action figure, this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. It has the figure, it has all the accessories, pretty much everything you need to recreate scenes from the first movie, minus the victims, obviously. But I'm sure if you have, you know, civilian characters lying around, you know, there's a lot of companies making those kind of figures. Civilians or just anything, you recreate your own scenes. I'm not that great at doing all that photography stuff, but obviously if you've seen my videos. But yeah, so now here he is out of the package, and right away I love this figure. I think it's going to stand out awesome on the shelf next to all my other Neca horror stuff. But right away, I mean, he doesn't need to have like the most articulation when it comes to, but I mean, he has pretty much all the basics. You know, obviously the body's just like a rubber overlay, like a lot of the stuff Neca does. Obviously the head has a lot of good range, the neck. It's like all the main points. He's pretty skinny. Like, yeah, he's skinny, but I feel like his outfit's a little baggier than this, I think. That's maybe the only gripe I have on it. He's thin. I mean, he is thin in the movies, but I feel like it could have made him just a little bit, like his outfit a little baggier. I don't know. That's just what I think. Maybe I'm wrong. This is the trash bag I said that it comes with. It kind of has like a something in it, but you could just open it. It's just cool because this works as storage, right? You could just throw all the accessories that are in here, and there's something in here, and it was nothing. So probably just put that at the bottom, that way it retains its shape, I guess. Because once you throw everything in there, it, you know, it'll look like it's full. Now, to me, when it comes to, I'm going to do some comparisons, but I just want to say, when it comes to horror, to me, it was always like the big 6 for me, which was Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, Pinhead, and Chucky. Those were, to me, the big 6. But I feel like now, you got to kind of make it, if you want to do a 7, I guess you could do Pennywise the Clown. But for me, he didn't have like a, they got to have a lot of movies, you know, and then they pretty much just, it was mostly a TV show. And then like the newer Pennywise that they're doing with the new It stuff, I guess you can kind of squeeze that in there. But for me, you got to have at least like, Terrifier only has 3 movies, but they're going to make, I don't care what they say. They say part 4 is going to be the last one. They're going to make like 20 movies, just like all these other franchises. They're not going to stop. This stuff's really popular. So I'm going to do some comparisons right now. So right here I have, talking about Pennywise. This is Pennywise from the original It. So see, they look really good together. Pennywise has always obviously been a shorter character, but then after that we're gonna do obviously the man himself, Jason. Who Jason is freaking sick. One of my favorites. Put Jason right there. Thanks. Shoot, one of my fingers just fell. Hopefully it didn't break. Then next we're gonna do Michael Myers, who's the other man. There, right? And then next we're gonna do Leatherface, and this is one of the. Let me see. Let me just move this stuff because it's getting kind of move it down as I go along. Next we got Leatherface. See, just like Neca stuff is just awesome because everything just scales so good together when it comes to these kind of figures. And then last but not least, let me move this down. Actually, not least, but you know, I'm gonna keep going. So there we have Freddy. You got the Lord of the Cenobites himself, Pinhead. And the last one, Chucky. And I need a new Chucky because I have a couple of them, and these were like the first release of Chucky, and look how the outfits just faded over time, like his overalls, and it's just bugging the shit out of me. These were like the first releases I got it, and I think there was some going on with it, but I think they fixed it. But so there it is with all the other horror icons. Now that was my quick look at the NECA Art the Clown Ultimate Action Figure. If you're looking for this figure, it was on sale at the NECA store, and I know I was boycotting the NECA store for a while, but they got me with this. I had to have this, and I still don't forgive NECA for all the, for the fiasco from like a year ago, but I think our relationship's getting a little bit better. But if you need this, I think it's in stock on the NECA store. Or if you just want to wait for like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth to get them, I don't think they've gotten them in yet. I don't think Amazon has it yet. They're usually like the last ones to get it. Or if you just want to wait and to see when Target gets it or Walmart, they're usually not too far behind from the NECA store, maybe like a month or something behind. So you should start to see these if you're patient, and at Target's probably within a month or something or so, I would say. Like I said, if you're into NECA action figures, if you're into the horror stuff that they do, this is perfect for you. Like I said, they're going to do other versions. They're going to do the Santa version from Terrifier 3. They're going to do more bloody versions. They're going to have the little girl from part 2. They're going to have you know, from what they've said, they're going to go really deep on this line. So obviously this look, he doesn't have this look for long, because after, you know, after some time, this whole outfit is just bloody and it's just full of blood and stuff. So this is probably from the beginning of the movies before he gets to work. So this was Devious RV's Red Right Hand Reviews, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Drop a comment. I like to see what people think about this figure or any NECA figures in general. You know, I think, in my opinion, NECA is probably the best toy manufacturer, in my opinion, just from the lines they do and just the work they do, the sculptors and stuff. You know, there's other companies that are, you know, clipping at their heels, but I think NECA's been just consistent for so long. They're kind of hard to topple for right now when it comes to this kind of stuff. And the price range, you know, I think I've said in other videos, when it comes to the price range, the quality, they fixed their quality control. I've noticed a lot. I haven't had a NECA figure break on me, because that was one of the things with NECA that was going on for a long time, is a lot of stuff would be fragile and it would break. But I haven't had a broken NECA figure in a few years, so it seems to have fixed. Obviously, it's bound to happen at some point. No one is immune to it, but no company is. But I feel like NECA's really, you know, stepped up leaps and bounds when it comes to that. The price range, everything's going up right now. NECA still seems to be in that price range where it's, for the way you get, it's like really affordable, and you get the quality and you get the, you know, you get a lot of bang for your buck. So like I said, subscribe and comment, and peace.